Digital signage-based user-targeted advertising. Digital signage is everywhere. For example, supermarkets, shopping malls, restaurants, and airports. But do they display relevant content for you? Well, most of the time they don't. But no worries. You can use our solution. Digital signage-based user-targeted advertising. Our system can predict a user's age and gender accurately and display the most suitable advertisements to the user. So, sellers can use our solution to grow their businesses. Let's study the system. The system consists of mainly 3 units, and the whole unit can be controlled using a mobile app. Two-factor authentication is used to enhance the security of the app. A separate dashboard is available to preview the playing advertisements. Multiple signage and power supply units can be controlled using a single mobile app. Users can easily customize the advertisements and maintain their user profiles.
Smart Power Supply Unit. The digital screen connects to the main power through this unit. The unit has Wi-Fi capability and uses MQTT messaging protocol. The main components include a DA, Node MCU, analog to digital converter, 5V relay, and a rocker switch. The users can control the screen on/off through the mobile app.
User detecting and analyzing unit. This unit is used to predict the age and the gender of the people who are in front of the screen. It is fitted into a stand in which the length between jaws can be adjusted according to the size of the box. And the stand also consists of an adjustable hand to change the angle of the camera. This unit mainly consists of a Raspberry Pi board, camera module, cooling fan, and an LED power switch. All machine learning algorithms are running inside RPI board.
Digital signage control unit. The controlling unit is the heart of the whole system. The system fetches the identified person's age and gender in real time and displays the relevant advertisements. It mainly consists of a Raspberry Pi board, an LED power switch, and a cooling fan.
Are you a salesman who is bored with less sales? The best marketing solution is digital signage-based user-targeted advertising. Signage will promote the right product for the right customer for you. Thank you.
Now, let's invite them to present their project presentation.
So our project is digital signage-based user-targeted advertising. So existing digital signage solution display advertisements without targeting users in front of the screen. But in our solution, we display the most suitable advertisements considering their age and the gender. Right? In our system, user detecting and identify unit captures the user and predicts the age and gender. According to that, best advertisement will be showed by digital signage controlling unit. With the smart power supply unit, you can turn on or off the digital screen by mobile app. The digital signage owner can upload the advertisements as Google Slides through the mobile app. So why we use Google Slide here is because of that we could reduce the cloud storage in our system, and the users can easily edit and look at a preview before saving them. Next slide. In user detecting and identify unit, the taken image from the camera is processed inside the RPI with machine learning algorithms, and the results will be updated real time in Firebase. Next slide. According to those updated age and information in Firebase, the best advertisement will be fetched from Google Cloud and will be displayed in the screen.
Okay, here you are seeing our backend, which is the Cloud Firestore, and this is our VNC viewer, and this is the SSH terminal for RPI. Let me run the code. And this is the image what we are using to test. So you saw that there were 2 people in the image, so it falls under the generic advertisement. So you can see it's now displaying the generic advertisements. So if you go to the Firebase, you can see all the corresponding fields are updated accordingly. So anyway, we know that the group by their age and gender, so we can use those details to use and create an analytic report. Something like we can get use those data to
know whether the particular time, how many people came with this particular age and gender to the shop, something like that. We can use those data. So this is the mobile application. So first, user have to enter their phone number and use the phone authentication to authenticate the mobile application. Once you entered an invalid number, it would display like that. So once you entered a correct number and the OTP combination, you would be redirected to the sign in with Google. So once you click the sign in with Google, you can choose any of your favorite Google account. So once you select the Google account, you can proceed. So here we created a progress indicator to indicate, like you can see right now, indicator to indicate that user that the backend process is happening. So here, after that, once you give the permission to turn on the location, you can see half of the form will be filled automatically. And those features we use to enhance the user experience. And you can see after you fill in the other missing information, you can hit next button to the proceed to the application, look into the application. So here, let's close this application completely and let's reopen the application. When you reopen the application anytime, you don't want to enter those information again and again because we are using shared preferences and Google Cloud Firestore to store the data. So once the user reopen the app, user will be directed to the home page. Let's go to the page to control. It allows the control assets. Here, when you adding or removing a device, you have to use that the serial number, which is the MAC address we have given. But you can see this is the way it looks like when you add a new device, but it is not very user friendly. So you can rename the device. So if you rename it like this and hit the rename button, it would be renamed like this. So here, using this functionality, you can manage multiple devices from a single application. In this page, the bottom part of the page, you can see we have used all the UIs to enhance the UX. If you just select only the gender category and without selecting the age category, if you try to watch preview the advertisement, you cannot, like you can't, it alerts you to select the age category as well. So once you correctly choose the both age and gender categories, you can go ahead and watch the preview of the advertisements that you have placed. So here it opens with the Google Slides, as you can see. Then let's say I want to edit the generic advertisement. So what I want to do is just select the generic advertisements and click the add assets button in here. So once you do that, you are asked to choose the Google account which you want to edit the slides. Then it open with the Google Slides. So you can click the slide you want to edit and go to the edit slide. Then let's say I want to play some random shape. So I'm gonna hit this plus button and choose the shape. So I'm going to add this rectangular shape. So once I add this, I have to save it. Then after that, I can X out and go to the previous pages to the finally to the main page. So here you are seeing the green button which says user targeting is on. Let's say what if I I hit it again, you can see it's no longer user targeting. It stops user targeting, displaying the user targeting advertisements. And once I hit again, you can see it automatically real-time updates the Cloud Firestore and it start to display the ads with the latest changes. So here, this process happens automatically from the next user onwards as well. So let's go to the dashboard. So in this dashboard, we have created, user can preview the current playlist. If you hit that preview button, you can see the preview of that current playlist. So let's go to the profile page. In this profile page, you can see all the details that you have previously added. And if you choose the edit button, you can edit those details. And using the logout button, you can log out.
And I will explain the smart power supply unit we have built so far. This is the hardware implementation of it. The digital screen will be connected through a 5-volt relay and it is triggered through a Node MCU Wi-Fi module and it is powered up using an AD converter, A to D converter through the main power supply. In the software implementation, we are using an MQTT broker to communicate the app with the Node MCU. For that, we are using, for the topic, we are using the MAC address of the Node MCU. And once the application publishes a message, which is on or off, the Node MCU will subscribe to that topic, and it will trigger the relay module accordingly to control the read screen. And the Node MCU board will be connected to Wi-Fi using the Wi-Fi manager library, which we have implemented for the user friendliness. And I will explain it in the demonstration. And here I have set up the smart power supply unit. And here is our Firestore console. And on the right side, we have the application. We have put some indicators for the smart power supply. When we turn it on, the red light will indicate that we have turned it on, and the green blinking means that the Wi-Fi is trying to connect. If it stops, it means we need to configure it to shop Wi-Fi at the beginning. So the users need to configure it using the Wi-Fi manager. For that, they can go to this. This is the power supply, the hotspot it created, and the shop Wi-Fi is here. And we need to connect this power supply to the shop Wi-Fi. So once you hit it, you will be directed to the power supply, the Wi-Fi manager page. So to configure the Wi-Fi, we need to give the shop Wi-Fi credentials and give the password, then save it. So when saving, the green LED will lit up. It means that it got connected successfully to the smart power supply. Now we are able to communicate with the digital screen by turning this power supply on and off. So here we will, if we go to the application, we go to smart power supply page. Here we can choose a smart power, the power supply we want. I have already added and renamed this device as shop front. And once I click it, we get the alert that it got connected successfully. And now we can publish messages through MQTT. So that when I hit this red button, the currently screen is off. When I turn it on, the plug socket will turn on automatically. And the page is also updated in the Cloud Firestore. And we can turn it all off also. And another functionality I'm going to show is once the screen is on, and if we disconnect the Wi-Fi, then we don't have a connection. The green LED will start blinking. It means we lost connection, but the previous state is already there because the screen was on previously and it still retained. That is a feature we have added here. And once the connection is back on, we can see the green light blinking will stop. It got connected successfully, and now we are able to communicate with the device again by publishing messages easily.
Okay, thank you, contestants of team number 2. Now it's time for their Q&A session. We encourage the audience to come up with questions too, but as usual, we'll first proceed with the panelists. Dear sir and madam, do we have questions for the contestants of team number 2?
Hello.
Sorry.
Yeah, Sulochana here. Actually, for team number 2, I would like to thank for your effort in bringing all your concept into a nice prototype. Your software seems quite complete with all the interfaces and demonstratable outputs. And I would first like to thank you for your effort. One thing about, I could see very detailed designs of your mechanisms. And did you check for any patentability of any of these ideas, the design parts of your project?
Yeah, actually, madam, we have some sort of discussion with our university have something called ETIC, which like pre-incubation project. Like they are always checking those and yeah, helping us. So we have actually closely connect with them, and we have like presented our ideas to them. Like they will still they are still processing with the like kind of patent, not that actually the patent, but like how to give some kind of legal documents with yeah, that's something like that. Yeah, we are working on that.
So the prior art, I mean, have you completed your prior art search, the similar patents?
You mean, madam, like similar other things?
Products, yeah.
Yeah, actually, we have kind of give a search, but there are some not exactly like this, but the concept wise there are we found, but they haven't made it to actual products. Like there are.
Do you mean for the complete solution or the various small design aspects? What is
No,
exactly the inventive?
Yeah, parts by parts, like no other solution we could not find like exactly when we think about the complete solution there, we could not find any. But like, let's say, talk about when a smart power supply unit, there are some units out there, like but there are some slight differences. Like we wanted to to get minimum cost, like because we want to actually target with
I don't think actually the cost will give you any inventive aspect for patentability. It has to be a technical, scientific difference. So as a concept wise, yeah. I mean, I would suggest you to think more and do a proper prior search and see some aspects of your project, maybe inventive enough to file a patent.
Sure, madam, we will do that.
Yeah. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, one thing is
yes.
Just to clarify, you had these age categories. Are they fixed or you can change it? What is the basis of that?
Yeah, actually, sir, currently it is fixed. Like we have 8 age categories. We have actually measured it our website as well, but currently it is fixed because we are using an existing model, like train model. They are actually that the model that someone else, like the industry which is using, like they have like very 8 different age categories. But our goal is actually to train our model. Like we are currently kind of working on it, that but not finalized that, because with this existing category, yes, there is 8 age categories. Yeah.
And so that comes to my next question, which is what is the detection algorithm you are using, and have you tested it? I mean, you said it's existing one.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how is the accuracy and all that?
Yeah, I think Ashan, are you there? You can give some comments on that existing. Ashan, are you there?
Yes, sir. We are using pre-trained model trained by Lou and Hasner. Train, what you mean by accuracy? Yeah, we cannot actually give you a number for accuracy for now, because we haven't run a pilot project or something like this.
So they have done it for different age categories, right? What is the accuracy they have got? You can't remember that.
So they have got like around up to, when they're detecting only one person, they got something like up to 70% like that. But when it comes to a number of people in front of the camera, the performance was not very good. So we decided to, in our model also, we decided to display the relevant advertisement when one person is detected. We will get his age and gender correctly, more accurately. But when a group of people is displayed, we have the issue that we cannot identify them correctly. So we decided to go with the generic advertisement category, so that we can not give some false outputs from the advertisement page.
Generic, if you cannot detect, is it?
When it's
multiple people.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Right. But now, so you have not yet tested it, because I mean, it may have been tested for different, nationalities, right? So you have to do a testing for Sri Lanka as well, anyway.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's
So,
what we
and
need
you
to
have to be
do.
careful with the age. I mean, if you make a mistake, there can be some issues, right? Also. So
yes.
Okay. Anyway, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Hello, team 2, good effort. Couple of questions. One thing I wanted to ask from you, have you checked, because I just glanced through the internet and I found a similar that the commercial product with all the marketing display and other things like a QVD. So it's similar to your one, and it's a currently a commercial product with all the things. Just look at for that one. Have you looked at similar that kind of the commercial product?
Like we tested, like we actually checked, but we could not find like from Raspberry, like they are not using surely Raspberry, like Raspberry Pi. They like the technology should be different, and also there should be actually using cloud things like maybe cloud technology. Like yeah, there might be definitely differences with that.
Yeah. Thing is, yes, there may be one thing about the customer never bother about it's the technology. It's about the solution they would like.
Yeah,
okay,
that's true. That's true.
It's Raspberry or maybe even the behind thing is a PC. Doesn't matter for them if it is the small and the power consumption is low and other things. So another small thing. Is it locally processing about that the profiling thing? It's like detecting about age and gender and other things locally. That image processing is going in the locally, or it's sent to the server and processing it?
Yeah, currently, sir, it's done locally in the RPI, using the RPI itself. But
Okay,
actually,
that's
we
good.
also, to get the maximum accuracy, we are currently trying to use Microsoft Azure, but because they have actually, as you said, like commercially
They have a good API and portal,
exactly.
You can train any level.
Yeah, that's there.
And there are a couple of similar things, so you have to think about it. Doesn't matter, it's similar things are available, but if you're going forward, so some kind of that, it may be a price, accuracy, or whatever there may be. So, and also you can adding other features like a previous that I think comment about the judge, and also maybe a face recognition like sad face or tired face or something, changing the like things you can do. But meantime, look at the commercial product in the market. And second thing I want to, those are a little bit parameterized things you can change. It is the face detection and people are passing that point. Okay. So how long that advertisement going to show, and the people maybe miss, another person can see that like things can be happen in the future, fine tune. So these are the practical issues maybe you have to face in the future when you're going forward. If you're going to like patent or whatever the like copyright things, look at the market available product also. Okay, thank you. Good luck. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Danushka?
Yes, sir.
Basically, I would like to request you, when you're commercializing this product, how the data piracy, that means data, you will be retaining some of the personal data of the people, right? How it's going to affect on commercially marketing this product. Have you surveyed that thing?
Yeah, actually, so we kind of look into that. Like it's like that because even the CCTV cameras are there, like
no.
every shop. Yeah.
It's okay, but here it's a different scenario. You will be retaining some personal information.
Like that, but we are actually guessing that, predicting their age and gender, right? It's because totally up to us. Like we are just capturing their image, profile page.
Basically, on your presentation, you showed the address and everything will be displaying when you are secondary logging into the system, right? So those are very personal. Like in Sri Lanka, we might not have very strong laws to stop violation of those things. But when your invention would be an international thing, right? So you please look on to that aspects also, how you are going to cope up with retaining of personal information.
Yeah, so actually to add in that a little point, we tried something like that. Currently we are trying, like you can get the publicly put profiles, like Facebook, they might have used publicly, they have given their data like that. We can use, to like, because we cannot get their face only to our account. Like we need to get what are they actually prefer. Like there may be some brands like they are usually like to wear or something. I just like those data actually we have to get from the, like those public profiles if we enhance the solution. So in order to that, yes, there might be privacy issues. We will definitely look at that. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we have a question from the audience, and I guess it's kind of similar to what Dr. Darshana asked from you, the contestants, but I'll just read it out to you. And if there are any comments that you want, that you would like to add, please go ahead. The question is, what type of a model you built to detect the age and gender from people? Is it a classification model or a detection model? Would you like to add something to this?
Yeah, I think Hans.
We actually both we have there, because we are identifying the person in front. For that we need the classification models. We are using OpenCV for that, and also for the detecting age and gender, we said that we are using a pre-trained model with different age categories, and so far we are trying to improve that so that the accuracy will be getting higher. So that's what we are currently working on.
All right.
So it is a classification,
Yeah.
classification model.
Do you have